Here's the reading for April 3rd. My name's John, and I'm an alcoholic. Daily reflection, accepting our humanness. We finally saw that the inventory should be ours, not the other man's. So we admitted our wrongs honestly and became willing to set these matters straight, as Bill sees it, page 222. Why is it that the alcoholic is so unwilling to accept responsibility? I used to drink because of the things that people did to me. Once I came to AA, I was told to look at where I had been wrong. What I did, I have to do with all these different matters. When I simply accepted that I had a part in them, I was able to put it on paper and see it for what it was. Humanness. I'm not expected to be perfect. I've made errors before, and I will make them again. To be honest about them always allows me to accept them and myself and those from whom I had the differences. From there, recovery is just a short distance ahead. Yeah, the inventory should be ours and not the other man's. One of the sayings that I'm really kind of appreciating right now is, hey, I kept my side of the street clean. It kind of plays with what we were talking about earlier, and selfishness or being a people pleaser and whatnot, and trying to be for everyone else instead of being for yourself. If you're taking your own inventory, and it's one of the things that really helped me in the recovery center. I sat down with the aftercare coordinator. I said, "Look, I'm spinning. I'm taking a bunch of notes. I'm writing everything in my journal, and I don't have any direction. Can you help kind of guide what's going on inside my brain so I can figure out why I keep doing this?" Because at the end of the day, I didn't want to do this anymore. I'm done. My life had become unmanageable. I had to figure out how to give my life over to God. That was a jump in and of itself. But I knew that I was powerless over alcohol. And the guy said, "Here you go. I'm going to give you a daily inventory to start doing. Write down who you're angry with, what you're angry about. Did you lie? Did you take care of your physical health?" It's all stuff in the book, but it's just looking at the day and what was good, what was bad. Did you do things for recovery? And what it allowed me to start to do is, when I was angry, why? Was it someone else that I was angry at, or something that I was done, or more importantly, but if you were angry, how can you let it go? What's the resolution? And I find, I've always found that I kind of stew on these things, right? I put the meat in the pot and I just sit there and noodle and think about what's pissed me off and why and what words I could have said differently, and nothing really productive goes on there. And by sitting down and admitting, hey, I'm angry, this is why, and how do I resolve it or let it go, or what action do I have to move forward, has helped me start to kind of process and work through some things, which has been super helpful. So when I was in my head kind of not doing these actions, I surely was taking other people's inventory. I was mad at this person because they'd wronged me, why, or they should have done this or whatever. And at the end of the day, if I can focus on sweeping up my street and keeping my side clean, I sleep a whole lot better at night. Thanks again for listening, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one.